Oak Island has not even started filming, yet shocking leaks have already begun spreading across the internet. These leaks are creating waves of excitement and mystery, because if they turn out to be true, this season may not just be another chapter in the long-running story, but the biggest turning point in Oak Island history. People are saying this could finally be the season where the centuries-old mystery of Oak Island moves closer to being solved. According to different reports, Rick and Marty Lagina may have uncovered something completely unimaginable during their recent excavations. And this has given rise to a flood of questions. Has the legendary treasure, hidden for more than 2 centuries, finally been found? Or has the team stumbled across a clue so powerful that it may unlock an even greater mystery, one that goes far beyond gold and jewels? The story of Oak Island has been going on for 228 years. Generations have tried to solve it, but the truth has always managed to slip away at the very last moment. That is why the possibility of Season 13 bringing forward shocking new discoveries has shaken fans around the world. On social media, people are already buzzing with excitement. On Reddit threads and Twitter discussions, countless users are debating what the Lagina brothers might have found. Some say it could be an ancient map buried underground, while others suggest the team may have broken into the entrance of a secret chamber. And of course, there are always those who believe the legendary billion-dollar treasure could finally be within reach. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. This is not just another season of the show. It is being called the Season of Revelations, a season that could rewrite the entire story of Oak Island. When we think about Oak Island, the very first things that come to mind are mystery and treasure. This small island in Nova Scotia, Canada, has been fascinating explorers, historians, and treasure hunters for more than 2 centuries. The legend says that beneath its ground lies a hidden treasure, possibly one of the greatest ever buried. For this reason, Oak Island is known as the world's greatest unsolved mystery. It is not just a story of digging. It is a story that combines history, faith, conspiracy, and the hope of discovery. The origin of this mystery dates back to 1795, when a few young men stumbled across strange pits and wooden structures buried in the ground. These discoveries gave birth to the legend of the Money Pit. From that moment onwards, the island became a magnet for explorers. Every attempt to dig deeper only uncovered more puzzles. Instead of answers, people found more questions. Layers of wood, strange tunnels, unusual artifacts. Each discovery suggested something extraordinary was hidden there, yet no one could ever reach the final truth. Over the decades, explorers brought in new theories. Some said Oak Island was the hiding place of pirate treasure, stolen gold and silver buried to keep it safe from authorities. Others suggested that the island might be connected to the mysterious Knights Templar, who were believed to have hidden their sacred relics and immense wealth in secret locations around the world. There were even those who claimed Oak Island might hold documents and artifacts capable of rewriting history itself. Scientists, on the other hand, often gave natural explanations, arguing that sinkholes, underground water tunnels, and geological formations might be responsible for the strange findings. But no matter which side you believe, one thing has always been clear. Oak Island has a story that refuses to be ignored. It has captured the imagination of the world. The mystery of Oak Island has always carried with it an aura of danger and risk. Over the years, many attempts to uncover its secrets have cost people not only their fortunes, but also, in some cases, their lives. That's one of the reasons this island is often described as cursed. Imagine for a moment the determination it takes for explorers like the Lagina brothers to continue pushing forward despite the weight of history pressing against them. Every failed attempt before them serves as both a warning and a challenge. And yet they press on. Why? Because the clues they've unearthed over the past 12 seasons are simply too compelling to ignore. Wooden structures deep underground that appear to be deliberately placed. tunnels that seem far too intricate and purposeful to be natural, metal objects buried in strange patterns. Each of these finds adds another piece to the puzzle, and when combined, they paint a picture that is impossible to dismiss. Season 13 is being described as the point where this centuries-old puzzle may finally reveal its true image. If the rumors are to be believed, this time the discoveries are unlike anything found before. Leaks suggest that a massive underground chamber may have been identified. Think about what that would mean. A chamber is not just a random tunnel or an artifact. It suggests intentional design. Someone, long ago, put tremendous effort into constructing a space meant to last. And if such a space exists, it must have been built to protect something of extraordinary value. Theories about what lies in such a chamber are endless. Some believe it could hold treasure of unimaginable wealth, chests of gold, silver, and jewels hidden away to keep them safe from enemies or invaders. Others argue that the true value may not be material at all. It could be historical records, ancient maps, or even religious relics tied to the Knights Templar or other secretive groups. If these relics exist, they could change not only the story of Oak Island, but parts of world history as we know it. What makes the situation even thrilling is the role of social media in shaping the narrative. In earlier centuries, discoveries like these would have remained hidden, whispered only among small circles of explorers. But today, platforms like Reddit and Twitter are buzzing with theories, leaked photos, and bold claims. Fans are sharing grainy images of supposed chests, maps, and artifacts. Some insist they've spotted carvings resembling crosses, while others say coins of European origin have been unearthed. Whether these leaks are real or exaggerated, they fuel the fire of curiosity and make the wait for each new episode nearly unbearable. But beyond the excitement lies a serious question. How much of what we hear is true, and how much clever storytelling designed to keep the mystery alive? After all, Oak Island has become more than just a historical site. It's also a global phenomenon, with millions of viewers following every twist and turn. Could it be that some leaks are staged to heighten anticipation? It's possible. Yet even staged or exaggerated leaks often stem from some kernel of truth. And when it comes to Oak Island, even the smallest truth can spark an avalanche of possibilities. Now, let's focus on one of the most intriguing aspects of these leaks: the mention of an ancient map. If such a map exists, its implications are staggering. Maps are more than just guides. They are records of knowledge. A centuries-old map buried deep within Oak Island could suggest that someone not only hid treasure, but wanted future generations to find it, or perhaps to mislead them. Some fans suggest the map could reveal an entire network of tunnels spreading out from the island to unknown destinations. Imagine if Oak Island was not an isolated treasure site, but the center of a much larger web of hidden locations across the region or even the world. The possibility of such a discovery ties neatly into long-standing theories about the Templar Knights. Many historians and enthusiasts believe that after the order was disbanded in the early 14th century, surviving Templars carried their treasures and sacred relics to secret locations. Some claim they sailed across the Atlantic, leaving behind hidden caches in places like Nova Scotia. If Oak Island is one of those caches, then the treasure might include not only material wealth, but also objects with profound religious and historical significance. Could it be documents that challenge long-accepted versions of history? Or relics so powerful that entire institutions, including the Vatican, might prefer them to remain hidden? Adding to this web of intrigue are the pirate legends. Oak Island's location, off the coast of Nova Scotia, would have been an ideal hiding place for 17th and 18th century pirates looking to conceal their loot. The elaborate tunnels and flood traps might have been constructed specifically to keep outsiders from accessing the treasure. Some leaks suggest that recently discovered artifacts, like old coins and fragments of wood, could point to this pirate connection. If true, the treasure might not just be one massive hoard, but rather a combination of wealth hidden at different times by different groups, all converging on the island's mysterious underground system. But perhaps the most chilling rumors circulating about Season 13 involve the supposed moment when the team was visibly shocked during filming. According to reports, there was a scene where Rick, Marty, and their crew reacted with stunned expressions only for the footage to cut abruptly. Viewers caught only the briefest glimpse of what appeared to be a large object, possibly a chest or something glowing, and then the scene ended. This abrupt cut has led to endless speculation. Was it really treasure? Was it an ancient artifact? Or was it simply another clever edit to maintain suspense? Whatever the case, that single moment has become one of the most talked about topics of the entire season. Now, imagine being in the shoes of the Lagina brothers during such a discovery. They've dedicated years of their lives, invested enormous sums of money, and faced countless setbacks. To finally uncover something extraordinary would not just be a reward, it would be a validation of everything they've sacrificed. And yet, the weight of such a discovery would be immense, because if the treasure is indeed as significant as people believe, it wouldn't just belong to them. Governments, historians, and possibly even powerful institutions like the Vatican might step in, claiming ownership or restricting access. This brings us to another layer of the Oak Island mystery: government involvement. Many fans argue that whenever major discoveries are rumored, government interest in the island suddenly increases. Regulations tighten, restrictions appear, and key information sometimes seems to vanish. Could it be that the government already knows more about Oak Island than it lets on? Is the real story being filtered before reaching the public? These questions add an unsettling edge to the mystery, making fans wonder whether the full truth will ever be revealed. The clash between science and legend also plays a central role in the Oak Island saga. On one side are geologists and scientists who argue that many of the pits and tunnels are natural formations, created by sinkholes, underground water systems, or mineral deposits. On the other side are treasure hunters and mystery lovers who insist that the evidence of human design is undeniable. Wooden platforms, strange artifacts, and carved stones don't simply appear by chance. This battle between logic and belief ensures that Oak Island remains a subject of debate not just for fans of the show, but also for academics and skeptics around the world. Social media continues to fan the flames of this debate. Thousands of theories circulate daily. Some are wild, suggesting the tunnels stretch across continents or that alien technology might be involved. Others are more grounded, proposing that Oak Island was a hub for secret societies like the Freemasons or the Illuminati. Whether realistic or far-fetched, these theories add to the show's magnetic pull. Every fan feels like they're part of the search, contributing ideas that could, maybe, unlock the island's final secret. As Season 13 unfolds, one thing is clear: the mystery of Oak Island is bigger than any single discovery. Even if the team uncovers gold, jewels, or relics, the deeper mystery will remain. Why was it hidden? Who placed it there? And what message were they trying to leave for future generations? These are the questions that keep people watching, debating, and theorizing year after year. And as for what comes next, leaks suggest that the team may have reached an entirely new network of tunnels. If this is true, it could mean that the treasure isn't located in a single chamber or pit, but spread across a vast underground labyrinth. Imagine the scale of such a design. It would imply a level of planning and engineering far ahead of its time, pointing to a powerful and organized group with a purpose much larger than simply hiding wealth. The thought alone is enough to send shivers down the spine. What if Oak Island holds not just treasure, but a hidden history capable of rewriting what we know about the past? As the search on Oak Island pushes further, the discoveries grow not only more exciting, but also more puzzling. Every clue seems to answer one question while creating 3 new ones. The discovery of the wooden structures and tunnels, for example, confirmed that human hands were at work beneath the island centuries ago. But it also left people asking, who exactly built them, and why? Were they pirates protecting their stolen wealth? Were they Templar knights safeguarding sacred relics? Or could they have been explorers from an even earlier time, long before history books tell us anyone crossed the Atlantic? These questions matter because the structures themselves are incredibly advanced. Building flood tunnels, hidden shafts, and layered traps would not have been a simple task. It would have required a team of skilled builders, access to tools, and careful planning. That level of effort suggests that whatever was being hidden was worth the risk. Nobody builds an elaborate system of defenses for something ordinary, which means the treasure or relics must be extraordinary. This theory is supported by some of the most famous finds on the island. Take, for example, the discovery of coconut fiber deep underground. Coconut trees do not grow anywhere near Nova Scotia. For that material to be found on Oak Island means it was brought there deliberately, most likely by dedicated campers.
Ship and placed as part of a construction project. That single discovery connects Oak Island to distant lands, suggesting a vast operation involving trade, travel, and planning on a global scale. And then there's the lead cross found a few years ago. This small artifact, shaped in a way that resembles symbols connected to the Templars, sent shockwaves through the community. If genuine, it could be the strongest link yet between Oak Island and the medieval order known for their secret wealth and mysterious practices. What would it mean if the Templars really did bury treasure here? Could the legendary Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant lie beneath the soil? These ideas might sound like something from a movie, but the evidence continues to keep them alive. At the same time, the island's reputation as cursed cannot be ignored. The legend states that 7 people must die before the treasure is revealed. As of now, 6 lives have already been lost in the centuries-long search. The thought of one more tragedy before success makes the atmosphere on the island even heavier. Every new dig, every new shaft opened, carries with it not just excitement, but also an underlying fear. What if the curse is real? What if the island is protecting its secrets, not with traps and tunnels, but with fate itself? This mix of history, mystery, danger, and discovery is what makes Oak Island unlike any other treasure hunt in the world. And now, in Season 13, the intensity is greater than ever. According to the latest updates, the team has begun focusing on a spot near Smith's Cove where unusual readings and artifacts have been uncovered. The area seems to connect directly to the elaborate system of flood tunnels, which many believe were designed specifically to keep intruders away from the money pit. If the team has found a way to bypass these traps, they could be closer than anyone has ever been to reaching the heart of the mystery. But it's not just Smith Cove drawing attention. The garden shaft, another critical location, continues to reveal surprises. As the team digs deeper, they are finding evidence of man-made structures that suggest they are on the edge of something major. When Marty Lagina descended into the shaft and discovered the preserved wooden ladder, it was more than just a simple artifact. It was proof that someone else had been here before. The ladder wasn't naturally formed, it was carved and placed there with intention. Which raises the question, did that earlier searcher find the treasure, or did they leave it behind for reasons unknown? The drilling results have added even more fuel to the fire. Breaking into hollow cavities underground suggests that hidden chambers are still waiting to be fully explored. Finding wood fragments with traces of gold embedded in them is even more remarkable. If these tests are accurate, they mean that gold was once stored in wooden containers, possibly chests, hidden beneath Oak Island. And if fragments of those chests remain, then the treasure itself might not be far away. It's easy to see why fans are so captivated by these discoveries. Every new find feels like a step closer to solving the mystery, but also a reminder of how complex the island truly is. Some skeptics argue that the treasure doesn't exist, that all of these discoveries are coincidences or exaggerations. Yet it becomes harder to dismiss the evidence when so many clues keep appearing. After all, coincidences can only go so far. At some point, the sheer volume of discoveries suggests that something important is indeed buried on Oak Island. Adding another layer of intrigue are the ancient stone formations discovered on the island, such as Nolan's Cross. This massive cross-shaped structure, formed by large boulders, doesn't seem natural.